Okay, hi there. This is Mr. Farrow, and this is a lesson video for March 18th. We have Unit 5, 7th grade, Unit 5, Rational Number Arithmetic, Lesson 11, Expressions with Signed Numbers. And our focus is let's develop our signed number sense. Our pup of the day this is Sully, and that is his favorite leaf. Knows you're trying to take it from him, so he keeps switching it to the other side of his mouth. 13 out of 10 rating for Sneaky Veggie Boy. Way to go, Sully. All right, here are your vocabulary words. And our focus statement is I consolidated this all into this one sheet so you can see it for your guided notes. Let's develop our signed number sense. Vocabulary, the words are expression, equation, and multiplicative inverse. So stop the video now and make sure you write these down in your notes. Okay, you're back. An expression is a number sentence with a minimum 2 numbers and at least one operation, and we'll be talking more about that today in depth. And then we have here equation, 2 expressions connected by an equal sign. So, and I'll be getting to that a little bit more too. The multiplicative inverse, a reciprocal. You've seen this before. And so what we do with that is we have it, a reciprocal would be like, say, a number when multiplied by its reciprocal results in 1. So if I had, for example, 4 times 1/4, that would equal 1. So 1/4 is a reciprocal of 1, and 4 is a reciprocal of 1/4. So that's going to come into play more when we get into next unit on expressions and equations. And I did highlight today, just going through the hybrid model once again, that we in the mornings we have remote learning for all classes, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and make sure you get to your classes. They start at 8 a.m. again. But most importantly on this one, remember that if you have to catch the bus starting next week and you have to leave your third period a little early, just let your teacher know. All the teachers have been talking about this and we're aware of it, that you may have to leave class early in order to catch the bus. And then on Wednesdays, check in on Wednesday with each of your classes. They are half an hour long, starting at 8 a.m., running through 11 a.m. And remember also to complete your weekly quiz. And then if you want to get together with me during our assigned time, I can help you with that too. And you still have advisory at 1 and 10 p.m. So please remember that also and attend that. And then we have cohorts starting next week, in-person learning. You're either cohort A or cohort B. And so make sure you check your email and figure out which one you are. And they'll start on Monday. Monday and Tuesday is periods 1, 2, and 3 for cohort A and B respectively. And then Thursday and Friday will be your 4, 5, and 6 periods, A and B respectively. What to bring in person learning: Chromebook, headphones, earbuds, a charger, a backpack. You won't be getting any lockers. Maintain social distancing, mask up. And for my class, bring your notebook and notes and pens and pencils. And keep your cell phone out of sight because we are going back to school, and you have the rules at Jefferson Middle School are that if we hear or see your cell phone, we will confiscate it. So just keep it turned off and in your backpack, and that goes for after school too while you're in the school building. Make sure you don't drag it out and start using it until you're out of school. Okay, so here we're talking about expressions today. And when we talk about expressions, one place to start is a variable. We're going to be using that word a lot, and you've been using that word a lot in your other math classes for a couple of years now. But a variable is an unknown number. So, like for example, if I had 3x or 4w or y plus 5, all these letters represent unknown numbers. They are considered numbers, but we don't know what they are yet. So we use these symbols to put as a place to say, hey, there's a number there, we just don't know what it is. So, and then again, expression is a number sentence with 2 numbers and at least one operation. So let's take a look at some of those now. So for example, here, this 16 minus x qualifies as two numbers because x is just an unknown number. It is a number, we just don't know what it is. So how do we solve something like this, or what I like to call, simplify. Simplify. Well, all I do is I substitute the 5 for the x value. So I go 16 minus 5, which of course is something we don't do. But since we're talking about negative and positive numbers, remember this. It is the same as adding a negative. So the answer would be 11. How about this one here? Now let's take it and use it. And notice that the variable can be a positive or a negative number. So we have 16 minus a negative 5, which we know if we subtract a negative, it's like adding a positive. That's right. 16 plus 5 equals 21. So when we're dealing with expressions and they give us the number and tell us what it is, then we can substitute that value in for that variable. Let's try this one. 3n at n equal if, I'm going to put if, I don't like that, if n equals negative 11. Well, what's going on first here between 3 and n? Well, that's multiplication. That's how we write it in mathematics. And we could also write it like this. If I substitute negative 11 for n, it can go like that. So that would be a positive times a negative would mean the answer is going to be negative. And then I just have to multiply the two values. 33 times 11, of course, is going to be negative 33. And here we have this one. We have 3n at n equals 11. So here we can do the same thing. 3, substitute 11 for n. They're both positive, so the product's going to be positive. And again, it would be 33. So just remember, when you're substituting in a variable, all you do is move it into the expression, and then if they ask you to, solve for it from there. Here we go. All right, let me get this one here. Okay, so here on these, I'm going to go left to right here now. So p to the third power, or p cubed, at where if p equals 2. Well, let's talk about exponents for a minute. When you have this exponent up here, that means how many times p, this unknown number, this variable, is multiplied by itself. So that'd be p times p times p. Then we substitute in the 2, so it'd be 2 times 2 times 2, which would give you 8. So again, substituting what we find out what variable is, we put that back into the expression. And now here we have simplify b equals negative 4. Oh, excuse me, I forgot that. I messed that up. Let's go this way with it. Yeah, like that. There we go. Now, simplify if p is negative 2. Okay, again, p cubed equals, what does that equal? So it would be negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. Now, note here that I have 3 negative signs. So that means my answer is going to be negative. And again, 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. So my final product is negative 8. So the trick here really is just paying attention to what do they give you and what are they asking for. So in here I have this one first, b squared equals b if b equals 4. Well, that's b times b, which would equal 4 times 4, which would equal 16, also known as a perfect square. So then what would that be if it was negative 4? Well, negative 4 times negative 4 would also equal 16 because a negative, there are 2 negatives factors, so that's an even amount. That means my answer, my product will be positive. So, and note that we had negative 4 times negative 4 and 4 times 4, and we still got the same answer. So those are things you look for when you're working with expressions. Okay, here we have now, this is y over 5 if y is 15. This means division. So I'm going to go 15 over 5 would equal a positive 3 because they're both positive numbers. Now let's simplify that same one, y over 5, if p is negative 20. Well, that'd be negative 20 over 5. We have an odd number of negative divisor and dividends here, so the answer is going to be negative, and of course that would be 4. So that's it for this lesson. Today's homework is examples of just like this. Take your time with it. Make sure you read them carefully, and if you have questions, please let me know. Thank you.